In this video, we're going to write a test for our deposit function that we put together in the last video. So we already have the skeleton for that. And what we can do here is we can take advantage of some of those plugins and tools that we installed when we created our project. In particular, the toolkit, the chai matchers, and a package called ethers that's from Hardhat, but it's actually a part of ethers.js, which is a popular library that lets you write JavaScript and TypeScript that interact with the blockchain. You'll also use that later on when you're writing your front end. If we go down, we can take advantage of our instance of the lock contract, and we can call our deposit function. And it doesn't need any arguments, as we can see right here. But with ethers, the way that you add payable is you can put in some additional parameters and arguments in here, and we will add a value of 1. All right, but we need to wrap that around a test. So we're going to await for this function to complete, and we will expect, well, what are we going to expect? We could expect a lot of different things. One of the things that we could do is we could expect a value to be equal to another value, but our function doesn't actually return anything, so that won't work. One of the simplest built-in ones that we can try is we can expect our function to not be reverted. So as long as it doesn't work, this will pass and it'll be good to go. We can save and we can run that along with all of our other tests with npx hardhat test. Let it run through, and you can see that we have all 10 passing, including our new test, which is right here, should allow additional deposits. But we don't actually know whether or not it worked. All we know is that it didn't revert. It didn't cause a panic or anything like that. Another thing that we could test is our event, and we set our function to emit an event at the end. And the way that we can do that is by calling expect our lock contracts deposit function to emit. And the emit requires the contract as a parameter, so we'll put lock in here again. And the event name as a string is deposit. And it is very important that you do that exactly right, otherwise it won't work. And we can even check not only that the event happened, but what arguments were with it. So we'll say with args, and we expect a value of 1. But we don't know what the timestamp is going to be. And we could, and sometimes might need to go through gymnastics to try and figure out what the timestamp is, and figure out that that's what was expected. But we don't really need it here. The timestamp is just informational. And so we'll take advantage of a built-in little helper of any value. So this will let it pass with any value. So we'll save that. Run it again. And it took a little faster this time because we didn't need to compile. And we'll go and take a look, and we can see that should allow additional deposits still works. All right, so that was a quick introduction into writing tests. Thank you for listening.